Welcome, language learners from all around the globe, to Listen Up, the podcast that takes you on a captivating voyage through the English language. Whether you're just starting your journey or have been navigating the intricacies of English for some time, this podcast is designed to be your trusty compass, guiding you towards fluency and unlocking the wonders of English. I'm your host, Karen, a passionate traveller and an experienced teacher of English as a second language. Join me as we embark on an exciting expedition filled with all aspects of English life, read by a native British speaker. Together we'll conquer the challenges and celebrate the victories of learning English as a foreign language. Each episode of Listen Up will immerse you in a variety of topics, from aspects of British culture, history, and literature. We'll explore useful vocabulary that will empower you to communicate confidently in English. If you want to read along with the podcast, head to my website, onepawinthesand.com/ESL. The link is in the description. But this podcast isn't just about learning English in isolation. It's also about building a community of language learners, supporting one another, and fostering a love for the English language. I encourage you to engage with us through my Patreon page, where you can connect with fellow learners, ask questions, share your own language journey, and as a reward for being so amazing, you will get exclusive content each month. So whether you're sipping tea in Tokyo, walking the streets of Sao Paulo, or studying in a bustling cafe in Berlin, Listen Up is here to accompany you on your quest for English fluency. Join me as we embark on this transformative expedition, where language becomes an adventure and your dreams of effective communication become a reality. Get comfortable and let the learning begin. Today's episode is called the farm-to-table movement. When you hear the term farm-to-table, what images come to mind? Perhaps you envision vibrant farmers' markets, sun-kissed produce, and plates brimming with wholesome goodness. So let's dig deeper into this culinary adventure and explore the roots, benefits, and a delightful recipe that celebrates the farm-to-table movement. So what does farm-to-table mean? Farm-to-table isn't just a buzzword. It's a philosophy that nourishes both our bodies and the environment. Here's the scoop. Farm-to-table emphasizes a direct link between local growers and consumers. Imagine your plate adorned with food that travels straight from the fields to your kitchen. No middlemen involved. By reducing the supply chain, farm-to-table meals burst with freshness. Thick, crisp veggies, pasture-raised meats, and flavors that dance on your taste buds. Fewer overseas food imports means reduced greenhouse gas emissions. Plus, supporting local farmers fosters sustainable practices. When you ask questions about sourcing, you become part of the process. Whether at a restaurant or a farmer's market, inquire about the origin of your meal. A brief history of farm-to-table. The rise of conscious eating. In the 1960s and 1970s, a wave of consciousness swept across the UK. People sought healthier, more sustainable food options. They yearned for a departure from industrialized agriculture and processed foods. Enter the farm-to-table movement, a culinary revolution that championed natural, seasonal ingredients. Across the Atlantic in California, Chef Alice Waters was making waves. In 1971, she opened Chez Panisse in Berkeley, a restaurant that would become synonymous with farm-to-table dining. Waters believed in celebrating local, sustainable agriculture. Her commitment to seasonal produce inspired chefs worldwide, including those in the UK. In 1986, Carlo Petrini founded the Slow Food Organization in Italy. This movement emphasized traditional food systems, sustainability, and the joy of savoring regional flavors. The UK embraced these principles, fostering a renewed connection between farmers, producers, and consumers. The principles behind farm to table in the UK. Food security. Beyond individual needs, the farm to table movement focuses on the larger community. It aims to develop local food systems, especially benefiting low-income households. Proximity matters. Imagine a plate where every component, be it a carrot or a cut of lamb, has a local origin. The goal is to build relationships between farmers, processors, retailers, restaurateurs, and consumers. The closer, the better. Ethical eating. Farm to table isn't just about taste, it's about ethics. Supporting local farmers, reducing food miles, and preserving biodiversity are at its heart. Here's a farm to table recipe that you can try. Roasted beetroot salad with goat's cheese. Ingredients: 4 medium-sized beetroots, preferably from a nearby farm, 100 grams of goat's cheese, local, of course, a handful of fresh rockets, walnuts, lightly toasted, olive oil, balsamic vinegar, and salt and pepper. Preheat your oven to 190 degrees Celsius or 375 degrees Fahrenheit. Wash and peel the beetroots. Cut them into wedges. Toss the beetroot wedges with olive oil, salt, and pepper, and roast in the oven for 30 to 35 minutes until they are tender. Arrange the roasted beetroots on a plate. Crumble goat's cheese over the top. Scatter with rockets and the toasted walnuts, and drizzle with balsamic vinegar and a touch of olive oil. Serve as a vibrant starter or a light lunch. Why this recipe rocks. The local love. Those beetroots came straight from the soil nearby. It's a seasonal sensation. Rockets and walnuts are in season in the spring and summer, adding crunch and earthiness to any dish. Goat's cheese magic. Creamy goat's cheese balances the earthy beets. So whether you're dining in a cozy pub in Cornwall or a bustling eatery in London, remember that every bite connects you to the land, the seasons, and the more local the food, the more connected you are. As we wrap up another exciting episode of Listen Up, I'm thrilled to offer my dedicated listeners an exclusive opportunity to take their language skills to new heights. Unlock the door to fluency with private lessons with me, tailored just for you. As a token of my appreciation, I'm giving a special 25% off voucher to all my fantastic listeners. Embrace the joy of learning, immerse yourself in a personalized language journey, and watch as your confidence soars. Don't miss out on this limited time offer to make language learning an even more rewarding adventure. Use code PODCAST24 at the checkout and let the linguistic exploration begin. Thank you for joining me on this incredible language learning voyage. Your success is my inspiration.